Today I want us to do mathematics, paper one topic under variation. Mathematics paper one, variation. So when we talk about variation, variation is the connection or the relationship between two or more items. So variation the connection or the relationship between two or more items. Then in mathematics, under this component here, we have types of variation. So, in fact, we have three types of variation. The first one is a direct variation. So, when we talk about the direct variation, for example, we have y varies directly as x. So, just see this word direct means the type of variation mentioned is a direct variation. So, y varies direct as x. So, then we can write the expression, we can say y. So, this symbol means it varies. It's a symbol for variation, in fact. So, y varies direct as x. So, I'm going to put x here. So y varies direct as x. Then the next step we're going to introduce k. So k is the constant. So k always supposed to be there. So you say y is equal to. So after introducing this equal sign, which means we're going to introduce the constant k. So a constant k in this case we're going to put k. Then again we put x. And don't forget that the constant k supposed to be immediate after the cosine. So this will be our equation for direct variation. Then number 2, we'll go to indirect variation. Good. So number 2, indirect variation. So for example, we have given that y varies. So this one can also be called inverse variation. So for example, we have y varies inversely as x. Then we're going to say y varies inversely as x. So it means this x is just same as x over 1. It's same as x over 1, which means the inverse for this one are going to swap or reciprocate. This one will come on top, then the x will come down. So it will be 1 over x as inverse. So in short, inverse means over. So y varies inversely as x, means to be 1 over x. So we're going to continue saying y now here is equal to this cosine now. So now equals then we're going to put k. So k always supposed to be on top there. So to be k over x. This will be our equation for this part. This is just an example, but we're supposed to use the letter given. For example, if they use p varies direct as x or p varies inverse as w, whatever. So what's important is understanding the term. When they say indirectly, sometimes they can say y varies inversely or y varies indirect, which means you see is supposed to be over there. Good. Then part 3, we call it a joint variation. Joint variation. Again, example, y varies directly as x and m. So we have y varies directly as x and m, which means x and m, these sisters and here, so which means they're combined. Together. So it will be y varies x and m like this. Then now we're going to introduce k, which is constant, and the cosine. So we're going to say y is equal to k x m like this. So this one will be our equation for this part. Sometimes they can say y varies directly as x and inversely as m. Inversely as m. Yeah. So, which means we're going to say y varies direct means direct here as x. And inverse, so inverse means over. Inverse as m. So, which means we're going to say y is equal to, we'll put k now here, k x over m. So this one will be our equation under this statement. This will be our equation under this statement. Then, always use the values given in the question statement to find the value of the constant of the variation k. So since I said our k is a constant, so always use the values given in the question statement to find the value of k, the constant of variation. So always use the values given in the question statement to find the value of the constant of the variation k. So always are supposed to find the k because k is a constant. Good. So we try to do some examples. So again, sometimes when the table is given, to find k, make sure you need to choose the table with the complete values so that you can find the value of k, which is constant. So I want us to do the examples now. Yeah. So example, question number one. This question was taken from 2021, upon mathematics. Yeah, so question 1 is saying that it's given that y varies, which means, as I said, so you're supposed to say, so we say y varies, okay? Y varies directly as 2x, which means we're going to put y varies direct as 2x here. 2x here, good, 2x here. This is x, in fact, 2x. And inversely, so as you can see, and inversely means over, and inversely as z squared. So the y is right z, I write it like this, I put it across here, this means z. Yeah, z squared. Okay, z squared. Then from here, we now introduce k. So it will be y is equal to k 2x like this over z squared. Now we can't write k to z like this. So we can maintain the way it is, but if we want, we can say y is equal to, start with a number, so it will be 2x k here over z squared. Good. This is z, in fact, z squared. Then from here, I said for us to find the value of k constant, the question says the value of k, the constant of variation. So we use the first values given in the question statement to find the k. So I'm going to maintain the same. I'm going to say y. So what is y here? Y here is 4. So I'm going to say 4 is equal to 2 is the number I'm going to put 2 here. Our x is what? You check. Our x is 8. So I'm going to put 8 here. Our k we don't know, so finding k. Then over, what is our z? We check z is 2. So I have 2 here. Now since the square here, so I'm going to maintain the square there. Good. So now we continue solving it. So we say 4, this 4 is equal to, so 2 times 8, 16, k, this k, 16k, and over, this means that 2 times 2, so I'll write it here for now. I'll show it 2 times 2. So 4 is equal to 16k over 4 times 4, 2 times 2 is 4. So the answer is 4 here, then over 1. Then from here, this 4 can go into 16, so you can divide, there's no problem. So 4 here, 1. 4 here, 4. So we have 4, this 4 is equal to, so we have now 4k there on top. Then since we're looking for k, so we're going to say over 4, even here over 4. So we cancel this guy, so mean with k is equal to, this k is equal to 4 into 4, 1. So the answer there is 1. So this is the value for k. So our k there is 1. Then we go to question number B. Same question, now part B. The value of y when x is equal to 27 and z is equal to 3. So we're going to write the same equation. So y, which says y is equal to 2xk over z squared. So what we'll do, we'll try to simplify the equation. Since the value of k for k is 1, so I'm going to say y is equal to 2xk is 1, then over z squared. So we say y is equal to, so 2x times 1 it will be 2x over z squared. So this will be our formula, the simplified formula. Then from here now, we proceed. Since we're finding the value for y when x is equal to 27 and y is equal to 3, z is equal to 3. So we're going to say y is equal to, so get this equation. So our x here is what? So 2, our x here is x is 27, then over our z here, is what? Our z here is 3, so we're going to put 3 here, 3 squared. So the best way of doing this, you say y is equal to, this simply means that 27 times 2 over, this means that 3 times 3. So y is equal to, sometimes multiplying the numbers is waste of time because the numbers become bigger. So the best way is just to leave the numbers the way they are, then you just divide. So as you can see, we've got a number which can go into 3 and 27. So 3 here is 1 here. 3 into 27, you get 9. So which means now you multiply 2 times 9. Okay, before that, again you can say 3 here is 1. 3 again is 3. Okay, good. So you have remain with 2 times 3, which is 6, over 1 times 1, which is 1. So y is equal to 1 into 6, the answer is 6. As the final, so we are done. So the answer there is 6. The answer here is 6. Okay, we go to the next question. Question C. The values of z when x is equal to 24 and y is equal to 3. So here we're going to get the same equation, this equation here, this equation which says y is equal to 2x over z squared. Good. So our x is equal to 24 and y is equal to 3. So which means y there is y, we're going to put 3. So we're going to put 3 here. So we're going to say 3, y there's y, put 3 here, is equal to our 2 here. Then our x is 24, so we're going to put 24 here, and over z squared, then over 1. So we're going to cross multiply here. 3 times z squared to be 3z squared is equal to this 1 times this to be 2 times 24, because this time 2 times 24. Good. Then here we're going to say, since we're looking for z, we're going to say over 3, even here over 3. So we cancel this. So we mean with z squared is equal to, so you check for number, it can go into this and this. So 3 can go here one time. 3 here is 8. So 2 times 8 is 16. So again, we're going to maintain. We have z squared is equal to 16. So square root. So when introducing square root, so here you put positive and negative of this. So z, so to be now z is equal to positive and negative square root of 16, which is 4. So these are two possible answers. So if one can write x is equal to 4, or x is equal to -4, because you have two answers, which is positive or -4. So don't forget that each time you introduce square root, you're supposed to write positive or negative. Then I go to question number 2. Number 2. So question number 2 says, given that z, so z here, given that z varies as x, which means there's direct here. So z varies as x, so I'm going to put x here. And inversely means over as the square of y. So y square here. So I'm going to introduce cosine, so I'll say z is equal to kx over y squared. Then the first question said the value of k, the constant of variation. So I'm going to use the same procedure. So I'll say, so I'll use the first values given in the question to find the k. So in this case, my z is what? It's 3. So put 3 while the z here. So say 3 is equal to my k. I don't know k yet. My x is what? My x is 8 here. So I'll use 8 here. And my z, my y. My y is what? My y is 4. So I'll use 4. Since the square, so I'm going to put square. I'm going to put square since there's square there. Good. So say 3 is equal to 8 times k is 8k over 4 times 4 is 16 over 1. Then cross multiply. 1 times 8k, so it will be 8k is equal to, so I'll multiply 3 times 16. Then again here, I don't need to waste time to multiply the numbers because the numbers will become bigger. So I'll say over 8. I cancel this. So k is equal to, so 8 can go into 16. So 81, 82. So 3 times 2, so k is equal to 6. So my answer here for k is 6. Good. Then I go to question B. Question B. Find the value of z when x equal to 18 and y is equal to 3. So the way I'm going to do it, I'll say, I was using the same equation, z is equal to kx over y squared. So I'll use this equation, which is here, this equation. And my k is 6, so where there's k, I'm going to put 6. So I'll say, so my z is what? The value of z, so z I don't know for now. Z is equal to my k, so k is 6 x is what? Okay, for now I maintain. Then over y squared. There's x here. Okay, so my new equation will be z is equal to 6x over y to the power 2 y squared. Yeah, this will be my equation. So I'll be using this equation throughout. So now I'll go to the value of z. So I'm finding z. So z is equal to, when x is equal to 18 and y is equal to 3. So my x here, so I'll say x my x is 18. So I'll put 18 here. Then over my y is what? My y is 3. So which means there's y here, I'll put this. So 3 now squared. So z is equal to so I'll say 6 times 18 over 3 times 3. So z is equal to, so which number can go into this and this? So 3 here, 1, 3 here, 2, 3 here again, 1, 3 here, 6. So 2 times 6, the answer is 12. That's the answer there. So you are done with that part. Then I go to question number C. The values of y when x equal to 30 and z equal to this. So we're going to get the same equation which says z is equal to 6x over y squared. So my z is what here? This question. Z is 5, so I'm going to put 5 in. Is equal to 6. My x is what? My 30. Then over y squared. Then over 1. So I'm going to multiply this and this to give me 5 y squared is equal to 6 times 30. Can multiply this times 1, which is the same as this. Then over 5. You cancel this. So remain with y squared is equal to 5 can go here, 5 here, 1. 5 into 6, 5 into 30. So I divide here. So 5 into 30, which is 6. 6 times 6, 36. So you put square root. Remember I said you put positive or negative. So y is equal to positive or negative. Square root of 36, which is 6. Yeah, so square root means the number that will multiply 2 times to give you 36, which is 6. So the answer is 6. Good. Then I'll go to question number 3. Example 3. Go to example 3. Example 3. Yeah, so example number 3. So this one, as you can see, there's a table here. So the question says it's given that y varies. So which means y varies directly as the square of, so the square of x. It's given that y varies directly as the square of x. The table below shows some value of x and the corresponding value of y. Okay. Yeah, so it's given that y varies directly as the square of x. The table below shows some values of x and y. Okay, go. So which means we're going to say y is equal to k constant x squared, like this. So you need to be very careful. When they say square, you write square. When they say square root, you put square root like this. When they say the cubic, which means to be x to the power 3. When they say cube root, to be 3 here, then x here. Okay, cube root is like this. When they say square root, it's like this. When they say cube root, it's like this. The cubic, it's like this. Yeah. Then, so for us to find k, we need to use the values. Now, since we don't have the values in the question statement here, so we're going to use the table. So we need to choose the table which has got the value, both the value for x and y. So we start from here. This is a, this is a. So which means we have x here but don't have y here. Here this is b again. This is b, which means we don't have. We've got this number, but we don't have this number. But you have 2 and 9 and 9. So which means we can use this one, the complete one. So our y is 9, 9. Then is equal to our y is 9. Then our k we don't know. And our x is 2. So we're going to put 2 here. Now we're going to put square. So 9 is equal to 2 times 2, which is 4 to be 4k over 4 over 4. You cancel. So k is equal to 9 over 4 as an answer here. So the value for k, we've already calculated. You see, it means we're going to say k is equal to 9 over 4. You're done. Option B, the value of a. So a is here. So we're going to say, we're going to use the equation which says y is equal to k x squared. So y is equal to, our k is 9 over 4, then x squared. Good. So we're going to put 9 over 4 here. So I find the value for a. And a is the value for y here. Means we're going to say y is equal to 9 over 4 times our x is what? Our x is 6. So because a is in the same line with 6 here, so which means we're going to write 6 squared. 6 squared. So to be y is equal to 9 over 4 times 6 times 6 over 1 over 1. Good. So 2 can go here, 2 here, 2, 2 here, 3. Again 2 here, 1, 2 here, 3. So we have 9. So y is equal to 9 times 3 times 3 is 9. So y is equal to 81 as the final answer. Good. Then exercise now. Exercise to be this one. This will be the exercise. This question number 6 to be the exercise. Question is here. Question is here. I hope it's clear. The question is here. Our question is here. Given that y varies directly as x and inversely as the square of q. This is q. Okay, this is z. So this is z. This is z here. Z. And that y is equal to this when x is equal to this and z is equal to this. Find the value of k. Then y when this and z when this. The question number 7. Number 7 is here. Y varies directly as the square of x and y is equal to this when x is equal to this. Find the value of the constant. 7 is this one. This is 4. This is 4. That is 4. This is 4. This is 4. Okay. This one is clear as well. Option A, the value of k, the constant. Option B, the value of b. No. Supposed to be on the other side. Yeah. Option B, like you see. Option B is here. The next one is this one. You try this one as well. 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 This is t. So it's given that t is equal to kv squared. So it's the square here. It's kv squared, the square here. Where k is the constant of the variation. Use the information given in the question. So it means the equation here, as you can see, is already given. So there's no need for you to come up with equation. So just use this equation to find the values needed. Okay, we go to next question. Next question is here. It's here. This A. A varies, so which means our A, saying that A varies like this. So A varies directly as B and as the square of C. And A is equal to 30 when B is equal to 2.5, and C is equal to 2. Find the value of K, the constant of variation. Then question B and C are here down. Yeah. Hope it's clear now here. Okay, thank you very much.